Joe, as we get ready to watch you coach your last year, why was now the right time for you to make this decision?
Yeah, you know, Rick, I learned from some of the greatest coaches in history, Red Auerbach and Morgan Wooten. And, you know, Red always told me, he said, you'll know, you just know when you can't put your pants on or put your shoes on. And that's every day. So it's time, you know. And I was having problems putting my pants and shoes on. So I took his advice. But more importantly, you know, we got a lot of family things going on that we want to, you know, that are front and center and you want to be part of. And having a grandson now, and then my son Joey with his autism, trying to, you know, we haven't gotten that to where we wanted. And so hoping that I can invest a lot more time in those two areas.
Joe, when you start to think back, and I know you have another year to coach and you're focused on getting the best players and winning for right now, what are you most proud of about your career?
You know, Rick, it's just the people I got to coach at Northwestern. Like, we have these incredible young ladies that come through our program, and, you know, they give me a hard time and they come out and they graduate and they're doing great things. And, you know, you just watch that pattern of almost like a circle of college basketball life. And, you know, to see them where they're at, it just makes you proud. They all come back. They all give me a hard time. And so that's what makes it worthwhile.
What about some of the folks who you now coach against, like Shauna Green, who was on your staff, and you're seeing these younger coaches who are assistants with you and who've learned from you, and now they're applying that to their own jobs. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, you know, you watch and you watch them. And you kind of know Kate Popovic is the head coach at Bradley now, and she played for me, coached with me. Aaron Dickerson just put William & Mary into the second round of the NCAA tournament, gave Texas all they wanted, and she's one of my kids. And you just, you know, you're just proud. You're just really proud, and you know they're going to take off because they have the ingredients that's necessary. And the one common thread, they all love Northwestern and their experience there.
You've won championships, won a lot of games, been to some amazing events. Do you have memories that stand out among others?
You know, I think winning the Big Ten championship, which had never been done for us in 35, 40 years, that group, the way that group, and then COVID came along and knocked us out of the NCAA, no tournament, and I thought we had a Final Four team. I thought we had that maybe Final Eight, but we could play with anybody. We could play any way you wanted. You know, I watch the NBA playoffs now, and they talk about this team plays so fast, but also we could play big and slow too. And you know, you get in the NCAA tournament in one game matchups. You know, I thought we were ready for anybody, and so I feel bad for that team and our coaches because we worked so hard to put that together. So that's the one disappointment. You know, everything else, like, you know, you just grind. You know, you wake up and you're like, okay, we're playing Ohio State. Oh yeah, Thursday we're playing Michigan, and Sunday we're playing Maryland. And you're like, can't get ahead of yourself in this league.
You know, Joe, I would hesitate. I would never ask most coaches if they had a favorite player that they got to coach during their careers, but it's a slightly different situation, right, for you when you get to coach your own flesh and blood. So what was that like?
You know, an experience that I would never ever replace or give up. It was just so special to coach your own daughter and to watch her have to deal with, you know, all the things that come with that, being in the locker room when you know, your father's the coach, is their jealousies, and she handled everything. And I was really proud of her. She was a captain, made by the team, because they had so much respect for her. She loved Northwestern. She embraced everything off the court about it, academically. You know, Medill has, and that was, you know, her passion too. It opened up, you know, tremendous opportunities in your world. And, you know, when you have mentors like Michael Wilbon and, you know, Christine Brennan and Jay Adonde, and that's where Megan benefited. And then she gave it right back. You know, she really worked hard. I'm just really proud of her.
And we got to work with her, obviously, at the Big Ten Network, and now she's doing great stuff with the WNBA. But as you mentioned, your family stuff as well. She's also a new mom, which gets to make you a proud grandfather, and I know that that is part of this decision for you. What do you envision is going to be harder, drawing up a game plan or making all the right decisions as a grandfather with your daughter watching what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm capable of screwing up both, but I got to get them both right for a while. Ironically, she has a lot of help too, and her husband's a coach, Patrick, and coached with Chris Collins here at Northwestern. And Chris actually blessed JJ, gave him the shooter's blessing when he came up to the office. So I think he'll be in good hands as far as, getting his game together. But I think it's going to be fun. And hopefully, as a family, we've always shared everything. My wife, with Laura being able to come to games, support our team, have them out to the house, support recruits. We'll miss that because it's been a big part of what we do.
And Joe, we'd be remiss not to talk about this year coming up because you still do have another year to coach. You're a competitor. You want to win basketball games. That's the entire point of this coming season. It's never easy in this league. It got harder last year with the addition of the 4 schools. So how do you approach this year, whether it's any differently than years past, knowing that it will be your last year, but wanting the exact same results that you want every year?
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. I've been a head coach over 40 years. I never had a losing season until I took the Northwestern job. So, and then we got it rolling. We had, this 17-year run. We've been really good, sometimes great. And the last 2 years we've had to rebuild a little bit, but we're competitive and we'll be right back. I like our team. We got some fire, and so we're going to fight you to the end on the way out.
How different is it, Joe? Transfer portal aside. I mean the game and the popularity and the belief in what women's basketball is today in comparison to where it was when you started in this profession.
Yeah, it's amazing. I laugh. I got to be, we beat Caitlin Clark 3 straight times. Her first 3 times she played Northwestern. She hated playing us and Veronica Burton. And I'll never forget, they came the year before her senior year, and it was a 7 o'clock game, and there's kids running around our whole campus, 5 years old, just trying to find the line to get in to get a ticket. So it was amazing to see that. And credit to her too, and to the Big Ten. But the talent level is so deep, and you need stars. The NBA has stars. We needed the Caitlin Clarks in college basketball. We need Paige Beckers at UConn, or Aaliyah Boston. They don't have to be household names. Juju, just the opportunities that they're now getting are well deserved.
Joe, I want to finish here. Your career is legendary. You're a Hall of Fame coach, and yet everybody that I've ever talked to, not just this week, but if your name comes up, the first thing they talk about is not your coaching acumen, not how many games you won. It's the fact that at the end of the day, you are a salt of the earth, great guy who tells it like it is and who makes everybody feel better about themselves. When you hear that, and that's the way that people think about Joe McKeown first and foremost, how does that make you feel?
Yeah, I appreciate that. We've just been blessed, to be able to do this a long time, Rick, and to, you just want to give back too, because the game's been good to me and my family, and I always felt like I was a coach, and that's all I wanted to do, and so I try to mentor young coaches as much as I can, and explain that there's some highs and lows, but your players know when you care about them, and and that's probably been the one rule that we followed as players know. They know when most of them know. The ones that think they should be playing more, you're always going to have that. But we laugh because really players know you and your staff, what you're trying to do, and when they buy in, it's the greatest thing in the world. Because it's the ultimate team game,